Hey folks, welcome back to the lobby, right here on GameSpot.com. Yeah, that's my name. That's my Twitter. Drop me a hot social media. Why don't you?
It's your lower third.
It's my lower third.
You've got a nice lower third.
You like my nice
O'Dwyer.
lower third?
Yeah, you do.
What about my upper third?
I'll tell you about that after the show.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Brad Muir from Double Fine.
Hey, man.
How are you doing?
Great. Super exhausted. Sorry.
What's in your Sojirushi or whatever the hell this thing is?
This is product placement for my buddy's bar in Portland.
Oh, really?
So there's whiskey in there?
Bailey's Tap Room.
Bailey's Tap
It's
Room.
just water. I'm not going to pretend.
Bailey's Tap Room.
Yeah. It's a great
Full
bar.
disclosure.
If you find yourself in Portland, go to it. It's amazing, I swear. You won't be disappointed.
Is there Bailey's Irish cream in there?
you, you want some Bailey's Irish cream in there?
Is this a family show or
This
not?
isn't live, though.
That is actually what I use to prep for live shows, though, is 32 ounces of Bailey's Irish cream. Just keep it in the fridge. Actually, keep it in the freezer. And that's what got me through making this video.
We better run through this pretty quick then, because you're about 20 minutes from being rip shit.
That's
It's a
true.
good thing you're not driving.
Yeah.
Make Mary Kish is
No,
here.
no,
You don't
I
get-
can't actually. I requested to not.
You don't get rip shit on Bailey's. You just start vomiting.
Just
You
curdles.
can't
We're gonna-
handle it.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some cement mixers later. It's going to be
What's a
great.
cement
You should join
mixer?
me. Never had a cement
No.
mixer? Oh man, we're going to the bar and you're going to get one. Have you had one of those? All right, you guys are going to get one. It's going to be awesome.
Bailey's
Like it'll make
and...
you sick.
I don't know what they combine it with, but essentially they like mix it for you and you put it in your mouth and
I'm looking this up.
It curdles in your mouth and then you swallow it. It's the worst.
Are you
No one
supposed
should ever
to-
drink this.
Are you supposed
When you
to...
turn 20, you guys are 21, right?
Oh, this is the worst.
Yeah, you don't want to look that up. Just don't do that.
One part Bailey's Irish cream, one part lime,
Is it lime juice? Yeah. It's you don't want that.
Are you supposed to try and like chug it before it curdles?
No. You're
Is
supposed
that
to.
the
They
secret?
they instruct you to hold it in your mouth and swish it around and let it sort of. This is so. Hey, GameSpot.
Yeah.
So we can learn some drinking tips, I guess.
Massive Chalice.
Awesome.
That's a different
Yeah, Massive
game.
Chalice. Hey, this is a video game that
Some
I've been
people
working
might
on.
not know a secret about Massive Chalice.
Uh-oh.
What is that secret?
We just put it on early access this morning. This morning.
It's out.
I feel like the timing of this show is amazing. It's
your work
almost
is
like
done.
we planned it. Oh no, I won't even say that as a joke. I like jokes too, but I just feel like early access is not where I want to be messing around right now. Like it's like we put the game in early access. We just want to. So we put it out to our backers, like $50 and up backers. We sort of had this like play the game before anybody else kind of thing.
A couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, it's been like
last
3
month
weeks.
or-
It's
yeah.
been like 3 weeks. And so we've been getting like super sweet feedback from all those people that backed it, and it's been the response has been really positive. Like I've been super happy with like people are playing the game and like sharing their a lot of the game is about like emergent narrative and sort of getting attached to your heroes and stuff. And people are like writing their kind of like little their little emergent narratives. They're like typing them up and I'm reading them and it's the best. I have one printed out on my desk right now. It's the best. It makes me super happy. I look at it whenever I read something bad on the internet. I look at it.
You've got
it makes
this
me happy.
one. This
I can print out a bunch.
framed?
Jeez, Danny. I can print out a lot, but I printed out the best one. I won't tell you whose it is, but I printed out the best one.
T. Schaefer.
That would be the best if it was. No, it's not.
Mr. Shaver.
Spoilers. It's not. It's not him.
You did good, kid.
Yeah, it's just him like giving a thumbs up.
Maybe
It's
if you want to write your own emergent narrative for Brad's desk, we're giving away a bunch of copies of Massive Chalice via social media. I believe if you retweet something that GameSpot done tweeted a couple of minutes ago,
should do
you
that.
should be in on that.
You should be that.
And we will announce.
You could
will
also
announce
just buy the
We'll
game.
announce the winners. You could also buy the game.
You could just buy it.
25% off right now.
Yeah, for
You know
our
what?
launch weekend early access.
Maybe
one,
let's play it
one
and they
quarter
can
off.
see if they want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's...
We can do that, yeah.
But maybe you're not going to do it because you can't play and talk apparently.
But yeah, so people are playing the game. They're playing the game. We got the feedback, sweet. But a bunch of people were like, hey, I missed the Kickstarter. How do I play it? And I'm like, we didn't think about that. and so we decided to just like blast the codes out to everybody who backed the game and then put the game on sale and be like, hey, come play it because we think it's like in a finished enough kind of state where
Come get some.
Yeah, you can play it and have a good time playing it.
You
Mary's
can.
been playing all week.
I
Play
have
it now.
playing.
Mary, have you been having a good
Yeah.
time playing the game?
I
You
have.
You
It's-
sent me a hilarious email that was
did.
like, I was like, oh, we can play at the beginning of the game. And this is amazing. I can't believe that just happened. This coffee table just turned into a.
Do you want one?
Yeah?
No, you can't.
That's what I
I
wrote.
can't get. And there's a bunch
Finish
of
your
stuff
game
in there.
first.
There is. That's
All
our
right.
secret.
Weights
I'll
and
work on it.
controllers.
But
Are these for working out?
Yeah.
We'll do a little of that later.
Do you even
I
lift desks, bro?
No.
bro, I wanted to just show you what it's like because from playing the last, I haven't, I've put in like a few days into this trying to figure it out. Here's my auto saves, my saves.
Yeah.
So I started with Betterer,
Betterer.
and I'm currently on
Betterest.
Betterest.
Nice work.
So I quit.
This is great. You're 63 years in. So awesome.
And I've gone farther, but then my society died. So I am trying to start strong because, you know, as you'll no doubt explain, this game spans so long that if you make bad decisions in year 20, you're screwed anyway. So
That is, and you know what? That's so true about life. Like for everyone out there,
I had
at
too
home,
many of
like,
those cement
just-
mixers in my
Just
20s.
be real careful. Just be real careful around year 20.
this got really real.
Yeah, I mean you can really mess things up.
Oh, so the thematic.
Yeah.
Talk to me about thematic.
Okay, so all of the names of the heroes, the bloodlines in the game, came from our backers that backed at like $100 and up. We had this thing where we made this editor and people could like make their sigil and choose their colors and then submit their names and stuff. And so we had to go through them all manually, and some of them are serious and they sort of feel like, hey, you want to play a fantasy game, you want to have like, be immersed in a fantasy world, they work. Others don't. So we just like Dave Lang. Dave Lang was the reason why we created this this non-thematic
we do silly?
group. I don't know what you're gonna find.
Do it.
Do it.
I actually don't play the game on that. We're having a little technical
we are
problems
not.
over here. No, never a technical problem. It's because it's rubbing. I know what it is. It's
think
rubbing on his like
on your neck, on my upper third.
It's rubbing on your
All
fat
right.
neck.
So I hit silly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty big cup.
Would you say it's?
Nope.
It looks like it is. It looks like the game is having some technical difficulties.
What?
Is what it looks like.
No way. We've practiced.
It is in early access. We're working on this. Also, because we're trying to do a live thing, that's when it breaks.
It's because you put the thematic on silly.
You should just
It's the
Yeah, maybe we
busted
should put the
version.
thematic
Alt F4
on
that thing.
silly.
just Alt F4 that thing. Just let's start fresh. Can we do
Do
it?
this. Nobody look. Get that camera off me.
This is going better than I thought it would, you guys. Yeah, Shift Tab that
To win
thing
a
and then
copy of
Alt
Massive
F4
Chalice.
it. Yeah, it'll work when you play it at home. I swear, that's how it works.
No,
Get rid of
it's
this thing and then
delete.
just
Turn it off. Turn it back on
it's
again.
Just get rid of this thing.
it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, we're good.
We'll fix
It's
it in
gonna be
post.
fine in a minute. Yeah.
I was just playing it.
That's
like
why
an
people.
hour ago,
That's why people come
so.
to the
Live
lobby,
shows.
right?
Yeah.
So that we can just hang out. This is a hanging out show.
Because you know the way you always go to hotel lobbies and you just hang out with people,
There we go.
even if you're not staying at the hotel.
Yeah.
And you,
All the time.
all the things you can do in a hotel
All
lobby,
the time.
you can do here.
We did just patch this last night, and
you?
it looks like maybe that didn't go as
You done
smoothly as
broke
we
it?
thought.
What things do you like to do in lobbies of hotels? Drink
I
lemon
drink,
water,
cement mixers.
hang out
every
with
night.
prostitutes while they're waiting for
You
their
can
johns.
do that as
you
well.
can do that.
Do you want to try it again? I think you should try it again.
Read newspapers.
Do you read newspapers in hotels?
They're free.
Is this one of your favorite things?
They're free. Magazines.
like
Time
a
magazine.
continental breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to try silly one more
I'm
time?
simple. Yeah.
That looks good.
Here we go.
I know what. a
Okay,
st-
sweet.
Yeah.
We good? Make it work this time.
Yeah, this is the start.
Well, I'll do a clap so we know where to edit. Right. Just we'll lose all the lobby stuff we talked about.
Sorry
earlier.
about that, everyone at home. But we're working on it.
We're
you know,
here.
it is like an in progress kind of video game.
Yeah, that's what early access is all about. Getting all these fun
Bugs.
extras.
Yeah. The great thing about this, you know what I found? I hope I'm not ruining like the story for anyone. Should we?
Spoiler
How do
alert.
people feel about the show?
That's on you.
If the guests like talk over the video game.
That's cool.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
We do it every week.
You skip this.
You can totally skip this too. I'll give you the setup
What
in
is
a
it?
sentence.
How do you skip it?
Just hit escape.
Oh.
Yep.
I've been clicking like a fool.
So yeah, the setup for the game is that you, as the player, you are this immortal ruler that has kind of been summoned. Is this new information for you?
This didn't happen
this
when
is
I
amazing.
played
You
it.
just like I feel like
really?
you just had a revelation. We did just put this in, where it just pops up.
So before, I just died a bunch.
You learned by trying.
Slowly
Trial by
learned.
error.
the game is tuned pretty difficult because like we want to make sure that it's like a pretty stiff challenge for people that are familiar with like tactical strategy games. We're going to be putting difficulty modes, and there will
Fantastic.
definitely be like an easier one and a harder one too. Like I want to have a really, really hard one.
Well, don't we all? Presumably, though, your backers are probably the type of people who want to play the
Yeah, and you know what?
difficult
They kind of smashed into it right away, and were like, "Wow, this is really hard." But
I
then,
have a-
as they were figuring it out, they really like. Now they're like, "Yeah, it's too easy."
Oh,
They're
really?
like, way too easy, and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I have a
We're working
question
on
for
it.
you.
Yes.
So right now, I am playing. The game starts out right in the action. So you're starting out.
Did you
playing
pick the
these
silly
people.
names?
I
You should go back to
did.
that
Nicholas
character.
Chicky
I'm pretty
Hines.
sure that
Jerry
one character was
Rumpkin.
named Teddy Rumpkin was his name.
Rosaphus Cannon, Chorus
See,
Bummer,
this
and
is
Teddy
what
Rumpkin.
this is what our backers did to me. They put me in a position where we had to make a call. Like, do we let people put Teddy Rumpkin in the game?
It's like they paid you
Or was it
$100, so you better.
Rosaphus Cannon. Yeah, like we put that in the game. So
Nicholas
looks
Chicky
like-
Hines is really something
yeah.
else.
It looks like they benefited you greatly.
And there, see, also if you hit,
Is it right click?
you can
they
right click and that will
automatically
just
go
shortcut.
there?
Also hit, you can click on the flag down there.
Which flag?
The green one, that one right there. Yep.
Right here in this
Yep.
guy?
And then that'll kind of zoom in, and you can actually
What?
see the traits of the characters too, and you can see the siblings of the characters. So if you click
I
on
should have
that,
forced you to come down here weeks ago.
the game's one thing that I've noticed about the game. It's a lot easier when I'm sitting next to you explaining it.
Yeah. You should probably.
We're working on that.
Yeah.
We're working on that.
It's
Don't worry
top
about
tier.
it.
What we're learning about Brosaphus
The Cannon family
really helps. He can't have kids.
Nope, never.
Just like
Yep.
Just
Super quick
just
though.
like Danny.
No, I can have
just like
kids.
Danny.
I can have
We
kids,
just-
but they just have smooth faces. They don't have any faces.
This is the grill. We talked about this off camera. What was your term for it? It kind of grossed me out.
Smoothies. Yeah, they're my little smoothies.
That's disgusting. And they're often drunk or hungover. These
Yes,
are important traits later on because you're going to learn who you want to fight, who you want to teach, who you want to make babies. And all these traits, the personality and the statuses will actually impact where you want them to go and what you want them to do. So I'm kind of taking note of these things, but he's going to fight. That's his role right now, so he just needs to suck it up and do that. I think if he goes over here, I might get a shot at this guy.
I think he's a little
too
far away. Yeah.
So you'll. That's not what I want to do. So you'll notice I get to.
2 action points. Yeah, it's
action
very, very
points.
similar to the new XCOM. I love that game. I guess it's like 2 years old at this point, so I don't know if I can call it the new XCOM
Yeah.
anymore. But yeah, I love that game. That was actually one of the like key things that inspired this. They did a lot of things right, and I feel like if you're, no need to reinvent the wheel when it comes to like making a strategy game. So we took a lot of cues from them in terms of like where the camera is, the perspective, like all that stuff, their action point system. But a lot of things are different as well. Mainly, okay, so the setup for the game is that you're this immortal ruler. You've been see jambalaya on the bayou. So every time one of those was that Brosaphus, that guy. So every time that guy kills somebody, he'll just say jambalaya on the bayou.
He's supposed to
this is like the backer. This is the battle cry. Like this is like every time you kill somebody, what would you say, Danny O'Dwyer? What would you say if you every time you killed an
this
enemy
is
on
for
the
my
battlefield?
smoothies.
Right? Yeah.
These are-
Like,
yeah.
and then it would go in the not thematic category with the
For
rest
me,
of the.
and I've been playing this. I've seen people when they kill somebody. Normally, they say stuff like for the people.
Yeah,
or,
exactly. And you're like, yeah,
let's-
like there you go, very
Let's
schematic.
take them all out.
You're like, you got it. But yeah, just jambalaya on the bayou, I guess.
Yeah, kill somebody. Did you have to then manually go through all this nonsense?
Yeah, we
to make-
did.
How
Yeah,
much
we
of your
did.
development time was it? Like 4 weeks
It was-
where all you done
well,
was spreadsheets and.
Our producer on the project, Anthony Vaughn, he took it upon himself to go through a lot of them. He probably went through 2/3, and I went through
God.
1/3. And he did it a couple times where he got very, very inebriated and just blasted through a bunch of them. And I think some of them might have slipped through. So
Okay.
if you're playing
Oh,
on
you
the
piece of shit.
Is that
Sorry.
because
He should have
Oh,
totally
see, that's-
made that.
Can he not throw anything?
That's
Is that what
yeah.
his
Sack
traits?
of
I mean,
garbage.
also, this is, very beginning of the game, so the accuracies are pretty low on your heroes, and, they gotta have room to grow. Anyway, I'm gonna try to explain the game
This
really
guy's got a
quickly.
lot of room to grow.
I just want
Sucks.
to. I just want to see what he says when he kills him.
Track, point, eat.
Oh, he
like,
eats them.
what does that mean?
Sick
I have no idea.
There could be like gang slogans,
Yeah.
like weird
Yeah,
racist
that's what the
stuff.
Crips say. That's what the Crips say.
Like
Track, point, eat. That's every time they shoot someone. What?
There could be like different languages, like just weird.
And it's really funny actually. Like when they first started coming in, I was very frustrated because I was like, oh man, I was like, why would somebody give us all this money and then they're almost purposely
us.
trolling us, But we have this other category. This is not the banner category. It was cool. Put it in there. Now it's really endearing because I feel like they're just kind of my heroes are kind of a bunch of weirdos. They say weird things when they kill people, and I'm like, all right.
It's like a weird meta game as well.
Yeah,
it's like.
just, also, there's over 2,000 of them in the game. So on any
Wow.
playthrough, you're probably going to get, I don't know, maybe 20,
You better-
25 total. So you're going to, every time you play the game, you're going to see new names and new things, and it's going to be great. He got there that time.
You
It was
did
okay.
it.
Okay, so.
Yeah. Fifth
try to
time, sorry.
explain-
Pitch.
Yeah, I'll eventually get there. It'll be great.
I'm excited.
So you as a player, you're this immortal ruler, and you've been summoned to help this nation sort of see themselves through this war that's going to last 300 years. And they're kind of under attack. They're being invaded by this thing called the Cadence, and nobody really understands it. When we get back to the map, maybe if we get back to the map. After this, it'll make a little bit more
Oh,
sense.
we'll
that-
get back to the map.
that the whole nation is being surrounded by kind of this weird muck, this weird sort of miasma that's kind of choking it from the outside in. It's called the Cadence. And every roughly 10 years, it makes these kind of humanoid creatures and sends them into attack. They're called pawns, and they will spread the corruption throughout the nation, and you have to send in your heroes to stop them. So the real twist is that so here this is pretty familiar to anybody that's played a game like XCOM or Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy Tactics. These are all games that we really love, that we're super inspired by and stuff. But this is pretty familiar, right? It's you're just controlling your characters from top-down perspective, and you're fighting these enemies and stuff. On the strategy side, though, because the battles take place roughly 10 years apart, you're gonna kind of make your decisions, what technology you're gonna research, and some other decisions like what buildings you're gonna build, things like that. But in between the fights, when the timeline's running, all of your characters are aging. All of your heroes are aging just kind of naturally along with the timeline, and eventually they're going to pass away. So one of the biggest, the most important decisions you have to make is which characters are you going to marry together. You have to retire them from combat and put them into this special building called a keep, and there they will, try. I think that's the right word. They'll be trying. And then hopefully they have kids, and then they'll train those kids, and when the kids they age as well, and when they become 15, they'll be transferred to the capital, and then you can send them out on missions.
So it's not straight up like Rogue Legacy style. This is the next generation.
No,
your characters are getting older.
Right. It's very, very. We try to make it a simulation-y feeling as possible, just because that makes the game a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more emergent
idiot.
and stuff.
Is there a sex mini game hidden in the code? That
No,
they're
there is
find?
not. Maybe
your
we
hot
should put one in
coffee?
there. It's not too late. It's still in early access. Forget it. I'll just call up David Jaffe and be
If you're going
hey,
to put
you
something
got any
in that I
tips?
suggest, it's going to be the smoothies. It's not going to be the sex mini game. All right. That trait. It'll just get rid of textures on the face.
We could probably do that. That would probably lower the cost a little
Yeah.
bit. you know?
Poly count a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just it's super simple to have a very smooth head on
Circles
a
are
character.
easier than squares.
Well, wow.
You can just move twice if you like,
I
unless
know,
you're.
but he's a hunter, so I would like to try to get a shot at this guy, but he's pretty far away.
Mary's-
I don't know if
Mary's
he's
played
got
this
the
game
ability
before.
to do
She's
it.
I'm just gonna let her
steady
handle it.
tactician.
So
I've seen
A little
her.
bit
I've seen
too
her
far
wipe
away.
on XCOM a
I
bunch.
play
so.
the long game.
What?
Played the line of sight icon.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you got this. The white area is where I'm allowed to go on my second turn. I had an orange area before. If I move within the orange area, I get to move again or attack. If I move within the white area, I'm donezo.
Yeah.
So I've already moved once. Now I get to move twice. So I'm going to move again to get closer. Unfortunately, this guy's about dead. So hopefully he doesn't get attacked or he's going to die. That's kind of my bad.
Seed.
Oh shit.
Okay. He's fine. That's Brocephus, right? We need him to pull
I
through
really
for
like
sure.
him to breed if
Teddy
possible.
Rumpkin can do one. I'm not a fan.
That would be great.
Teddy's a real piece of shit.
Also, I love that. So the symbols for the editor, like on their flags, like they were just like a bunch of basic shapes and kind of like animal signs and things like that. And people combine them. It had like a simple layering system. People combined them in some really weird ways.
Real
I was
massive.
not expecting. You know what? Nobody did. We asked specifically.
All right.
Please, no one make a penis.
Yeah.
We will have to reject it. And not a single person
Really?
tried
Not one?
Not
tried
a
to
single
slip one
penis?
in.
Wow.
I was really shocked, actually.
So to speak.
Yeah.
I'm not that shocked.
Kill that thing.
Well, I have a problem.
What's your problem?
Well, 3 of my guys
Oh,
are
no, they're all-
disoriented and they're all about to die.
Yeah, they got so the.
So I really gotta
I don't know
kill
if you
that
saw
seed.
that blue enemy, the laps. So
Yes.
all the pawns that you fight, they're all kind of loosely based on the long-term effects of time.
Okay.
Because that's really like the enemy in the game. Like the cadence kind of
Time.
represents time. It represents like entropy, the fact that like heat, death of the
You get not
universe, that's where
philosophical
we're
on me here, Bradbury?
I can. People would not maybe expect it from me, given the shenanigans
getting deep.
I do on the internet. But yeah, I like to think about stuff like entropy sometimes.
Is this
It's kind of a downer.
Is this
though.
game like evocative of your place in time at the moment? You're
Actually,
starting to feel a bit old, and
yeah, I think that. I mean, yeah, like you said, you kind of said that like as a joke, but it's like
Yeah.
it's like actually true. Like I got married.
yeah, oh,
I got married
congratulations.
during this thing. Thanks.
Getting real.
Gonna have some smoothies.
Thinking about some smoothies. Pretty excited. I will not call them smoothies though. When or if we end up having kids, I don't think I'll call them smoothies.
What?
Well, I've trademarked it, so you're not
Oh,
there.
Mary, here's an
behind the
awesome pro
wall?
tip. Yeah. So what happened? There. So click your other hunter, Brosophus.
I used Brosophus.
Oh,
Wait,
was
no.
that him? This,
I have
yeah,
3
right here,
hunters.
Brosophus. So as you're mousing around to your next destination,
Yeah.
Watch the flag for the enemy, and you get this eyeball that says like, if you are to move to this new location, you'll have line of sight to that
Oh,
character.
I see the
Do you
little
see the
eyeball.
little eyeball turning on? We can make that a little
Where
bit
have
more
you
obvious.
yeah.
been? Never leave.
I'm just, you know what? I'm taking up residence in this couch. That's it.
Look at that. That makes
Yeah.
so
Do
much
it.
more sense.
It's good.
All
We put
right.
that in there for you. So this lapse, it represents memory loss.
Oh,
It's
wow.
kind of like our Alzheimer's
Jambalaya
monster.
on
Jambalaya
the
on the bayou! So every time it hits one of your heroes, they'll lose some of their combat experience. They actually de-level a little bit.
Oh man, it's like dementia.
Yeah.
That's
Kind
terrifying.
of awful, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all of them, and then these seeds, they represent kind of like unchecked growth. So they have like a life leech, and then they can actually later in the game they can all kind of get together and form like a sort of daddy version of them called the cradle, and then the cradle can spit out more seeds, and it can kind of get out of hand.
Oh, that one sucks so bad because not only does he shoot out enemies out of his butt, but he also shoots out. I mean, I guess if you get hit by the enemy, it does like 16 damage
Yeah,
if it just
and
hits you. That's a game ender right there. That
You
just
got this, you
kills
got
you.
this.
It's brutal, and it's brutal in the sense where this game is definitely for the kind of person that is thinking ahead. I get that exact feeling of XCOM, which is like you think you got it, and then you lose someone that you really liked, and it's your fault for not thinking about it. You really have to be planning ahead. You'll notice right now I had more stuff to do. I chose to not go and end my turn because I'd be less likely to get attacked, which I really can't afford to get attacked right
smart.
now. So I'm being super cautious, and you get rewarded for that by typically not dying, although I die often.
Have this. Also, you've got an alchemist down there, the guy with 4 HP. Walk him up, and you can kill both of them. One bomb.
His-
You got this.
Honestly,
I like it.
Do it.
his odds
This
have
is
been
Horace
pretty,
Bummer.
Oh,
His odds have been poor.
He's got this one though.
did you say horse
I know.
bomber?
It. Horace.
Horse bomber.
Horse
Sure.
Bummer.
I think that one slipped through. Boom!
All right, so there's
Almost.
one, and then this
Don't
hunter. Don't
3 exclamation points.
don't. Wow.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah.
You guys
I don't
just
know.
left that one in
Some
as well?
people just
That's
really
55%.
Don't miss.
nice. See, you're
What's he
doing
say?
great.
Track
point eight.
Yeah.
That's guys like
Yeah. Okay. Other cool things about the video game. So all the heroes, have like a genetic code.
Okay.
So
didn't
you
see
can
him.
see it like
Oh, he's gonna die.
that was kind of nice. He just kind of ran right into Brosophus' waiting open arms.
That was really convenient.
Smash him. Oh no. Oh,
All right,
bro.
he-
Okay, you can save him though. You got other.
Based on his performance,
You think he should die?
I want
You
him
want,
to die.
You want him out?
He's got to go.
You're gonna vote him off the island
really angry.
in the worst way possible.
No more jambalaya.
He's really disappointed.
So
me.
yeah, so all the heroes have a genetic code, which is sort of hidden from you, but it'll tell you the traits that kind of manifest, and it's all based off of like sort of high school biology stuff, like Punnett squares. Gotta know if you learn your Punnett squares, kids.
Make those two have babies, and they'll miss forever.
Oh no, there's one more.
Oh no.
No.
Only 50%.
Crap.
Oh, so we'll take a look at that in a minute. So the alchemist throws bombs, but yeah, for sure you can just have him run up and attack with his claw.
Oh really?
It's actually
Yep.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Oh,
Glancing blow.
asshole.
Everyone's dying.
Really?
This is on
So-
you,
so-
Nicholas
so
Chicky Hines.
This Nicholas Chicky Hines is a caberjack, which is the third class that we have
Okay.
in the game. So they fight with like this big kind of like medieval style battering ram. But if we look at this guy, he's slow. Slow is really bummer.
It's because he's so drunk.
Just moving.
He's drunk right
moving
now.
really slow.
His friends are gonna die.
Yeah, I don't know
Look
if
at that.
he's
I
gonna be
actually
able to
can't
get in
save
there.
him.
Yeah. We'll see what
Idiot.
who that seed attacks.
How am I
We've got
supposed to
some good
save
targets.
humanity? I got a bunch
Broseph,
of idiots
Brosephus.
working for me.
Uh-oh.
I like the name Broseph.
It's
You're
like-
probably okay. Here it goes.
Oh,
no! Oh, Brosephus!
This is my nightmare.
Oh my god.
It's probably because 3 of my shots missed.
Track pointing.
Track point 8. This might be the last enemy on the map too. Why don't you have this caberjack come in and finish it off? I
Yeah.
like it.
Jack attack. Do it.
Chicky Hines.
Boom.
That was the Chicky Hines. That
For the chicks.
chicks.
Oh, the chicks. All right, I'm really sad I couldn't save Brosephus.
Okay, so then when your characters level up here, you can actually spend their points. We
Okay.
have like we have a talent tree for each of the 3 classes in the game,
They
and like
branch
they'll
out.
unlock stuff. Yeah, at level 2, you
At
just kind
level
of like
2.
you're just sort of forced to take that one to kind of like learn how it works. Also, Jerry Rumpkin, that's Teddy's brother, just leveled up. Okay, so this is the
Jerry
you
was
can hit
always
space
the
to
better
skip
of
this,
the
and
two brothers.
so this right here is the strategic map. Like this is the nation, and you can see on the outside, that's the cadence that's kind of like corrupting the nation from the outside in. You see those 3 diamonds on each region? Those are the corruption strikes. So 3 strikes, and a region will like blow up and kind of sink into the ocean, into the messy ocean.
Yeah,
That's what we call it.
That's.
the
Does it become a
orange.
situation where you're trying to save all of them, but inevitably XCOM style China pulls out its funding, and you
Exactly,
need to.
yeah.
Like, you're gonna.
It's
you
so
gotta-
much more brutal than that,
so-
though, because it will just be destroyed. So if you had a building in there, like if you got your favorite family was like in that building that's in that region, and it gets too corrupted,
Dead.
it will just be destroyed and like
Yeah.
fall into the ocean.
And
You'll
they
lose the whole
always
family.
attack 2 points in the map at the same time, so
At
you
least
have
2.
to.
At least 2.
Oh,
So
Brosephus.
okay, so here in the
This is
in the
important.
keep, this is where you're actually like making your marriage decisions and deciding like who will be who will retire.
you can technically marry 2.
Can you get 2 dudes?
You can
You
actually,
can.
Great.
yeah, you can absolutely marry 2 dudes or
can.
2
Or
ladies
ladies.
together, and we have an adoption system, so you can
Oh, sweet.
adopt into it. And it's cool because when you adopt, the kids will not have the same genetics, right? They have randomized genetics. So if you have 2 characters that are like high level, but their genetics are kind of poor,
Yeah.
you could put them in a same-sex relationship and then like
So the
adopt
genetics
a kid for
won't,
them.
but maybe some of the
Right.
traits.
There
or
are,
some of
if you see this here, like scroll up a little bit so I
Sure,
can
sure.
read that. So this is Doki Beauchamp.
I think that's pronounced
Thanks for
Beecham.
picking
Weird enough.
Beecham. But is it really?
Yeah, read. I have a friend
So you can
called
see
Beecham.
their traits. So the longevity, infertile. So you probably don't want to retire the infertile one.
Right.
And bear strength, increasing their strength. But then they also have a personality. So this hero has a stalwart personality, which means
Okay.
they have more armor.
That rubs off on the
That
kids?
can rub off on the
Okay.
kids as
And
well.
there's tricky ones too. There's ones that
Like really good at snowboarding.
yeah.
That's totally in there. That's totally in there. Shredder. We just call that one Shredder.
Yeah,
Just-
shred the gnar. Yeah. Hot
You
gnar
can't
with
see.
it.
Look, Shred Cannon. So that's Brosephus's brother.
Nice.
I assume that Shred is a man's name.
But
Shred
yes,
is-
some of them are tricky in terms of technique because there's ones where it'll say that the percentage of your chance to hit is actually higher than what it really is.
Yeah.
That's so sneaky.
We have an optimistic, pessimistic personality.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And it will just lie to you on the actual
How
readout on who
ridiculous!
you
And
are.
it makes it so difficult on a game
just-
that like
you
I
just
base
have to
on
remember.
statistics,
Yeah.
and it's higher than it should be. Anyway, I like this guy. He's brainy. He's longevity.
He's
and
pretty
got
good,
bear
except
strength.
he's a reveler, so he might be drunk sometimes, but that's fine.
That's like most dads.
So that's Colby. So now this is like selecting a marriage partner for
Yeah.
Colby.
Oh, I like Felinity
Also,
McCurble.
one thing I would like to point out is that you can totally. What was
I
the
can't even tell if that's one of yours or not.
Felinity McAirball?
Sounds like a real one.
Who else we got? Keep cooking. She's a great.
All right.
That
Samwar
one,
Anwar?
Samwar Anwar,
Shred Cannon.
Shred Cannon.
Sounds like a porn name.
I'm looking for the ladies.
The ladies.
big.
So the ladies
These
will
are
be sorted.
infertile.
The ladies will be sorted to the top.
All the ladies.
Why are all the ladies
As you can
infertile?
see, I swear it's random.
These two have a high chance for children. Let's see, strong-willed, nimble, and kingmaker. That's good.
Ooh.
So
Willie.
we have a
Wiley.
kingmaker and queenmaker. We might rename those because I feel like they're a little deceiving. But that will actually, with kingmaker, you'll have a chance of having more sons
boys,
than daughters, and with queenmaker, more daughters than sons. And that can actually sort of sometimes paint you into a corner where like you kind of want to have like you want to have sex balance.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about when
Oh,
I talk
yeah.
about a sex balance, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what that
I've seen
means.
the Eiffel Tower.
I'm uncomfortable.
But yeah, so.
Increased intelligence, max HP, movement
So,
range.
so this is interesting. Like the increased intelligence. Intelligence is really good for alchemists because that actually makes their those flasks, those kind of grenades.
I got
that
some
can do more
stupid
damage.
alchemists because they missed a lot.
The
So
crossbow
I
guys
could-
weren't that great either.
But she is slow, and then so you have to worry about the kids
Yeah.
getting both the
Negative
genetic traits
traits?
and the personality traits,
Right.
and because they're going to mix together, like I was talking about high school biology style,
this one.
and so sometimes you'll get somebody
Do
that
it.
gets the worst of both, sometimes the best of both, usually a mix of both.
I was the
and you
runt
just
of the
kinda have
litter.
to- Were you really? That's hard to believe.
They wanted to
Look
take
at
him
you.
out back, but your aunt saved you, I think.
She put me in that bag and threw me in the lake. I think she was trying to save
What was
me.
that awesome Irish name that you said before the show started?
Oh, Saoirse.
Saoirse?
Yeah.
Saoirse
That's
Dwyer?
Like S-O-
That was your aunt, right?
S-A-O-I-R-S-E. It's Irish for freedom. I saw it in the trailer for Massive
I
Chalice.
like
She's
this.
a real, yeah. She's
I
a
like
really.
her.
Do it.
Got
So,
it.
some things I'm not seeing, which are really important to pay attention to, are things like heart disease and
Oh,
diabetes. And
Diabetes?
I
We
mean-
do not have diabetes in the
I
game.
mean-
Did you see?
Did you see
We should
that?
maybe put that in there though. That
Put
would
the
be good.
diabetes in?
Just yeah.
It just
Did you
makes
see
you
the
not move at
fucking
all.
McDonald's tray? We,
Yeah.
we drove
I did.
into BlizzCon. Did you see that?
I saw it and I was like, this is actually really good that they're this
Kind
is,
of.
So that's the name again. This is House Bummer. It's called Bastion of the Unfunny.
All of that is not funny. It's not
It's
funny.
unfunny. So yeah, thematically inappropriate. Thanks, backers.
That's all I can do. So great.
So cool. So one of the other major things that you're going to do is down at the Capitol, which is the building in the center. Is
skip this.
yeah, you can totally just hit
Space?
spacebar and that'll skip this. So this is where the actual Massive Chalice lives. You know,
Okay.
that's what the game's called. So we decided we had our name first before everything. So we just decided to throw it in there. Just it's an actual Massive Chalice.
Did you have to
So-
retcon it into...
No, because we actually like the game was not really designed. Like we actually really just had the name before we had the
Yeah.
whole design of the game. And I always wanted to have this advisor character that would like
Yeah.
kind of it's basically it started out as just it's medieval Clippy. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's just like
I
it's
see
just-
you're writing... You're
Yeah, I see you're
building
trying
a-
to defend a nation for 300 years from a weird monster menace thing, and it would like help you out and stuff. And we talked about like what it could be, and there were some really hilariously terrible ideas that myself and the team came up with. But eventually we decided it's like, yeah, we should just have it be the Chalice and have it be cool, because that was like our logo, and hey, that's
What were
name
some of
of
the bad
game.
ideas that you threw out?
There was there's this, I think it's Irish folk. Is it Irish folklore? There's this trout that is it's a sentient trout. Do you know of this?
the trout of your people.
And
Tell
there's
us.
like walnuts that fall into the pool, and the trout nibbles on
I
them.
think you're
and it
talking about
goes-
the salmon of knowledge.
the salmon of knowledge. That's it. So we were like, maybe it should be a fish that's in the chalice, and you look over the edge.
That's
and
what you guys worship, right?
And you
What
see
is
the
it?
salmon of knowledge. It would be a riff. It would be a riff.
Some
it would be
sort
a
of
riff on the
trout.
salmon of knowledge. All right, I'm not going to directly rip off the salmon of knowledge. So it'd be a fish swimming around in there, and you would like throw in some, walnuts of knowledge or whatever. Maybe they'd be peanuts. They were peanuts.
It's like going back to your
and
childhood.
we eat them,
Every once
and then
in a
it
while
would, and then it
somebody,
would like
like-
come up and it would like talk to you and
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, Danny,
Yeah, I'm the
I
salmon
got
of
some-
knowledge.
yeah,
Let me drop some hot knowledge on you. I'm
be
the salmon.
careful of heart disease and diabetes, right?" And you'd be like, "Oh, thanks."
Every once in a while,
Fish.
somebody reminds me of a part of my culture, and it makes me feel like I grew up inside of Hobbiton. Like it's like
That's
when
what
I was
it-
growing up, it was
That is
normal.
what
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean.
that's salmon of knowledge.
It's-
But like
'cause
now
that's
it's
what
like,
salmon of knowledge is. It's in a giant tree, and there's a door with a little, there's a round door with a
Yeah.
knob on it. You open it up, you go in there, and there it is.
got that ring on his flipper.
Yeah.
Flipper? Salmon don't have flippers. All right. Brad Muir, thank you so much for coming on, showing us Massive Chalice.
Thanks for having me. you
When
guys.
tell people when they can get it and where.
Oh, you can go buy the game right now, and you can play this video game
And it's
right
on
now.
PC and Mac.
PC, Mac, Linux,
And Linux.
right now. The Linux,
Forever Linux.
Early access. We're working on Linux
Right, okay.
version a little bit, but yeah, it's been super rad to work on it. And we did we talk about the Kickstarter thing? We kickstarted it last year.
You
and,
did. Hence
so
all
I
the
just want
weird
to say
names.
thanks again. I don't know what camera to look in, where it's at the
Come
this
on,
one.
Tay.
We took the bunny.
Yeah.
Where is it? This one. Look in this one.
Like,
This one. There you go.
Over there.
Hi.
Yeah. Just want to say thanks again to everybody who backed the video game, because it's been really sweet to work on it, and I hope you like it.
Sweet. And thanks for coming on.
Thank
Pleasure
you.
as always.
Thank you so much.
You can run down the street back to the Double Fine. I've worn this
I'll
shirt,
do that, yeah.
especially because every time Tim's been on the show, I've worn this
I
shirt.
have a lot of work to do.
All
Why
right,
don't you
probably.
stay here
We'll fix that later.
And just give you
And-
some more tips.
write down all the shit that you know that I don't.
You any good at Halo? You any good at Halo?
Yeah, I'm good at Halo.
Okay.
Do you want-
We'll do a 5-minute tip break for Chris Waters. We'll be back in a minute. We're going to play some hot Halo. Assassin's Creed Unity is coming up as well. But first of all, here is a trailer, speaking of the Salmon of Knowledge, for everyone's favourite Assassin's Creed hero, the Irish Patrick Shea Cormac Shillelagh McGillicuddy Reeks. Assassin's Creed Rogue.
I swore to uphold the tenets of the Creed. To never compromise the Assassin Brotherhood. To stay my blade from the flesh of the innocent. I was a damned fool.
Do you swear to uphold the principles of our order, and all that for which we stand, and to do so from now until death, whatever the cost?
I do.
You are now a Templar.
I had such hopes for you, Shay.
You will die as a traitor!
Who are you to decide what city falls next? Right or wrong, Shay, you betrayed the Brotherhood.
Achilles and me, I will not let you destroy everything we have built!
This mad grab for power. It ends now.
Heidi. Oh, Blarney.
Assassin's Creed Rogue.
Way to lean
Featuring
into it.
The Salmon of Knowledge. I'm
God, I
proud
hope
of
it's
wisdom.
in there. That'd be fantastic.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris.
Hi, Danny.
Do you remember when you were on the show last week and you couldn't talk anything about this and it was really frustrating?
I had just come from an event
Yes.
last week, and it was Rob and I were just there.
I was there too.
It was playing Halo, the Master Chief Collection multiplayer, and Halo 5 Guardians Beta
That's right.
multiplayer.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of Halo
Are you the
stuff.
guys who leaked all that stuff on Halo 5?
No. We are responsible professionals who do job good.
You got a little something brown on your nose.
Yes. It's
we can
called
play
a
it now.
responsibility stain.
Because that's filth. That's absolute filth.
What?
Gross.
But it's out
What are you
today.
saying?
Halo, the Master Chef Collection.
Yes.
Is finally
Chief.
out. Oh, sorry. I've been calling
It's okay.
it fucking like 7 years. I've been calling it. Thanks for calling me out there.
John Halo.
We're about to play some hot John Halo. How's the multiplayer
We're
going?
hoping We're gonna play some Halo. So you can see we're like hung up on the find game in the multiplayer playlist. So matchmaking having some problems on launch day. 343 Industries has posted about it.
Oh, there's some peeps.
We got some peeps. They've posted about it. They've like made some updates and whatnot. So they're hopefully it's getting better slowly.
Yeah.
But this is kind of why we were. The review embargo lifted last Thursday, Friday, like midnight, and we posted a review in progress. And this is kind of why, because with multiplayer being such a big component of this, and with like the sheer scope of all the multiplayer stuff they're trying to do in it being like really ambitious. Yeah, they've got a great track record for online functionality, but like it's just a lot of maps, it's a lot of stuff.
I can't remember the last time a Halo game had a troubled. I'm
No.
crazy. I thought.
No.
3
No.
and 4 ODST, they all kind of had decent launches.
they're
fine.
Maybe one did. I don't know.
All those like single games
Yeah.
worth of multiplayer. But I mean, this is we're jumping into trying to get into the Halo 2 anniversary playlist, and then there's just like a bunch of other playlists like Halo 3,
Here we
Halo
go.
4. What do you want to play? What do we want to play? One Bomb Assault or Team Slayer?
Slayer.
Start off.
Slayer.
Slayer and
Slayer.
Shrine.
So how does the
Go
multiplayer
for that one.
stuff cycle through?
So it's based on what playlist you choose. So I chose Halo 2 Anniversary. So
Okay.
they'll all be team matches, and they'll all be the remastered maps from Halo 2.
So can you take off, like, can you say just whatever, and it'll like roll you into a Halo 3 game and then into a Halo 1?
Well, you can choose
or-
the Halo 3 playlist,
But you
the
couldn't just-
matchmaking lists. If you want to do a custom game, the world's your oyster. Make whatever you want.
There isn't a playlist yet that's called whatever.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna have that later.
There are some that
DLC.
like there are some that like mix them up and
Yeah.
hop between games, which is really weird. From playing 2 hours of that at the event, it's really disorienting.
Yeah, you said that they were like
Yeah.
playing Halo 3, and then they'd go, okay, we're playing Halo 1 maps now, and then that's a bit jarring, right?
it
Because there's like
almost-
double jumping,
Yeah,
or
well,
like
sprinting.
sprinting. Sorry, yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can set your controller layout for all the games.
Yeah, that's a really neat feature, actually. You set your
Yeah.
preference, and like when you're choosing it, it can be just for this game or for all games in the collection.
And unfortunately, I mean, I didn't do that when we got to play it, which was really frustrating. Like, that's an interchanged melee with B and bumper, and it would just really mess with your head when you're going from different games. But yeah, so you can like have the same controller style, which is awesome. But when it still comes down to it, they are different games, and they do have different ways of playing them. Like Halo 1 to Halo 4 those are completely different games of like how you play.
So it must, yeah. I guess
Dude,
it's like going back
give
and
that
playing
rocket.
like Call of Duty Ghosts now after playing Advanced Warfare for a couple of weeks, or a couple of days.
And Chris, like when we walked out of the event, Chris even had like a really funny way of putting it, which was like, it wasn't just like these different games. It was like, man, let me flash back to like where I was personally
Right,
when I
yeah,
play
yeah.
these games. Like, was I in my garage at age 15, screaming in the other room?
You grew up in a garage.
Well, a little shed in the back. With
Called it a
some
garage
dirt,
to
with
just
some
like
dirt.
glam it up a little bit.
So you've played all the, have you played all the campaigns that are available?
I have played parts of all the campaigns. I did not play each one individually through to completion.
So it's 1 Anniversary Edition,
It's- yeah.
2 Anniversary Edition, which is the new one.
Yes.
3 is just like a straight up port, right?
Yes.
Or like as close to, and then 4 is, I guess, just 4.
The same, but 3. What's the difference with 3 is that it has 60 frames per second now.
Oh yeah, there's 2 as well. Yeah,
2,
because
yeah,
it's-
they all
because
do,
the
yeah.
Looking
Anniversary
at it,
Edition.
baby,
Yeah.
what do you think?
And 2 got the
It looks pretty.
cutscenes completely redone.
Yeah, the
water.
cutscenes
Oh,
are
no.
absolutely
And
No
insane.
sniping.
Gorgeous.
No.
Yeah, they are pretty awesome.
Yeah, we could take a look at one of those a little later on.
First, why don't you try killing a few people?
Yeah, try and murder a dude.
I will try, but like
I'm taking questions as well.
this
if
is
any
me
have
flashing
questions.
back to I had just moved to California. Oh, you're gonna get. Oh, come here.
Okay, that guy was pretty dumb.
Get
That was
dead.
just really poor battlefield awareness. But yeah, it's like the way the radar works, the way the health works, the way each weapon works, like the SMG, here versus the SMG in Halo, the other one, 3. Like, nope, that's a grenade. Needler tracking stuff, like all this stuff really is, really takes some adjustment.
Yeah, and like Halo 1, you actually did have health. You had health.
Finish him up, thank you.
You had
Yeah.
a shield, but you had health.
You can pick up med kits.
That was something you would looked at. Yeah, if you got messed up, you would try to get a health kit.
All right, so this game has like 4 different versions of Halo multiplayer. You guys have been playing it since you were, wee lads. Like,
yeah,
when
get
you're
the lads.
playing this, what is the best one? Because you must be like propagating towards one of them at this stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say. So actually, the first one, Anniversary, is like feels just real archaic, and it's actually the first time you've been able to play it again because when it came out, it had the multiplayer worked on the Halo 4 engine.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
So this is the first one, and that's just real slow. It's really like the way the pistol is so strong and so deadly.
Right. 3
and
shots.
You're so floaty. Like I was not a huge fan. Hello, I see you.
Idiot.
So then, Halo 2, like we're watching it now. It looks really good. There's not like that kind of barrier to it, but you know, I think Halo 3 is my favorite.
Really?
Honestly. Well, Halo 4 is really great, but like in terms of like what do I want to play for like good nostalgia fun times, it's gonna be Halo 3.
Is it because it's also kind of the most modern of them?
Well,
Like it-
Halo
it
4 is the
plays-
most modern of them. It certainly plays more modern than Halo 2,
2 and 1,
CE,
yeah.
But it also
Like in terms of like controller
and it
layout
kind of
stuff
feel
like that?
like it. You know what? It took me back to how it really felt like that game was just he's one shot.
That was like when
it
it
was
was
like the first HD Halo. It came in 2007, and it was just oh god, that
It came out.
weapon has
God,
moved.
Ooh, close.
it's terrifying to think that Halo 3 came out 7 years ago.
Yep.
That's absolutely insane.
Get it.
Nice.
Double.
That was like one of the most fully formed multiplayer games
It was incredible.
ever made.
The
Like,
multi,
amount of
the whole
stuff you could do.
multiplayer suite plus
Forge.
Yeah. right?
Wait,
It was-
is Forge in this as well?
Yes, there
Wow.
are 3 versions of Forge, or actually maybe 1 version, but you can do it in 3 games because it's in Anniversary,
Jesus.
and it's in or Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 3, and Halo
So much
4,
Halo!
but not Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. But yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot of Halo, and it's really interesting to think about like what is like putting it together, or putting this much Halo together, getting totally grenaded and Covenant carbines.
Rob, you made a bunch of features about sort of in the lead up to this about like your
Yeah.
past with Halo. You've played a absolute metric ton of this. But what's your favorite?
So if I were to say my favorite, it would be 1. It would be 1. Now, there's 2 reasons why it's 1. One being that like that was all we did so much. LAN in my garage where I lived all my life. But we played we didn't sleep. We played all the time. It was really intense. And what I really wanted to play is like original Blood Gulch, CTF.
Yeah.
And reasons being like it was so simple. You didn't have all these power-ups other than overshield and cloak. You
actually
just had
kind of
weapons.
had more power-ups than you did in Halo 2, yeah.
Yeah, and that was
But-
it. But like
Yeah.
you just everyone started off in the same playing ground, and it made for such intense CTF matches.
But like even now, like is that just nostalgia saying that was the best time you played? Like if you were to choose out of all these
Right,
in
that-
this version,
that's what I feel.
what are you playing tonight? Like
I'd be playing Halo 1. I got to see if it's still the same, and you know, what I'm trying to say is like CTF was just so strategic based, where like you didn't have all these other elements. It was just simply like getting in the Warthog, picking up your buddy across the map, and communicating that way.
Knowing where the weapon spawn is,
Yeah.
like, and just I know I played these all to like a kind of saturation where I still have this muscle memory of like where stuff is. Oh god, this is not really good for Team Red.
That's what I'm saying. It's like nostalgia based is how I feel. That's why what was my favorite? It would still be 1, but I'm just kind of playing off like a nostalgia feel. Like I want to try that again.
got a couple of questions coming in. Lando Plummy in Twitch chat's asking, is the Master Chief Collection a good enough reason to buy an X-Bone?
Buy an X-Bone, man, that's a tough sell because that's like what $350 plus the Master Chief cost. No,
Is this
I mean,
a
I don't
nice
know.
distraction, or is this because we're in the middle of silly season when it comes to releases? Like,
Yes.
is this going to be anything more than just something you'll play for a week, or?
Get it? Sorry, I'm in a situation. It's bad.
I'm gonna play it. I'm playing it for 2 reasons. Campaign, like going through all that again. I love the story of Halo so much. I want to experience that again, all in one sitting.
Really?
Not all at once.
That sounds
but,
like absolute worst.
But like playing it all again. Obviously, not one sitting.
Yeah, but like, do you honestly think you're going to do that this month? Like, is
hell
this
yeah.
a Chris?
Hell yeah.
What do you think?
I'll
You're
do
gonna-
that.
I think for me, the value of owning the Master Chief Collection is the same value that you have when you're like you bought a 360, you moved your Xbox out from under your TV, but you kept it around and you kept your Halo copy because you're like, yeah, I might want to come back and play this. It's having all of these games from like different periods of, I mean, for me, personal history, but you know, of gaming history. You can fire it up, you can hop around, you can play it like, you know, whenever you like for a little bit. Oh, nuts. You can totally get owned by that guy you didn't see. It's that kind of thing. It's that like, it's why I keep a game on the shelf. It's because I value it and I know that I can go back to it and have a good time. Like, I can go back and you know, set up a garage in my apartment and like just put a bunch of empty paint buckets in the corner, roll out like a sad cot like Rob had.
Make some of those little dummies with wigs on.
Yeah. And
Friends.
Talk to them.
you know, you can like have that LAN party atmosphere. You can do the like legendary 2-person co-op, which is like such a fun
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm gonna be doing too. I got a buddy, and we'll definitely be loading up some of that.
Would you do it if you hadn't played a crap ton of Halo?
Like I've not played Halo 2 campaign ever, so like I'm kind of reasonably interested in it. But I remember getting Halo 1 Championship Edition, and then like never our Anniversary Edition, and then actually not playing it much at all. It just seems like I wish this game came out in like January or something.
Like
when there was
in the
nothing out.
doldrums or
Yeah,
something.
it was like Assassin's Creed and Far Cry are out in the next couple of weeks. Like
That's why I'm saying like I'm not going to be jumping into this month. You know, I'm not gonna. I might. You know, like over winter break, like you know, go back and like play with my brother or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's the kind of game that's. It almost seems like it's not an immediate release. It doesn't demand to be played immediately. It does. But it has so much value and so much. There's so much goodness. There's so much good game here that it's still really interesting.
this is going to be an interesting one for. Like I'm coming from the perspective of somebody who's not a massive Halo fan. Like I think 3 is tremendous, and I really enjoyed 1. I'm still bitter about the fact that it came out on Xbox instead of PC first. That
Mac.
pissed me off so much.
It was gonna be Mac.
I think when it was Mac, it was going to be that strategy game, though, right?
It was gonna be what?
I think it was that strategy game back, and it was going to be a Mac game, right?
Well, they debuted
that
at
weird
Macworld
thing.
the first clip of
Yeah,
like Master Chief
so
running
weird.
outside
Oh,
and
it's
like
so weird
getting
to
in a
watch, yeah.
warthog and like hopping in a banshee, and that just the like openness of that environment
Yeah.
and that kind of vehicular freedom was what everyone was roaring about.
I remember PC Gamer had an exclusive on it with like loads of screenshots and information, and then a month later it came out that it was going to be a console exclusive. We were like, you fucking dirt!
There were legions of cranky people who like, yeah, of course, because you get excited for the game and like, oh, whoops,
Yeah.
gonna want to buy an Xbox for that, buddy.
I'm not sure if you're able to talk about this, but Cal the Gamer is asking, what do you guys think of the Halo 5 beta footage? Are you able to talk about the Halo 5 beta stuff?
Yes. Do you want to pick a playlist and
Sure.
play? But
Oh, can we do Halo 1?
yeah, so like, let's just take a quick look. Actually, this is what the playlist currently looks like in matchmaking for multiplayer. Yeah, this, you know, like that was the one we were just in. Then you've got the Halo Championship Series because they're reviving some competitive stuff around the Master Chief Collection. You see, Team Slayer and Big Team Battle do span like Big Team Battle spans
wow, look at
all games, so we could go in there and just see where you end up.
Does it swap quickly between the two of them?
It's just
Between
like
the different games? Like, is there crazy load times because it's jumping between?
No,
different-
not,
no?
I mean not in my experience, but again, I haven't really played a ton of matchmaking back to back to back to back.
Right.
The event we played at was all custom games, and
Okay.
that's another reason why we held off on the
Review.
final
Yeah.
review. Yeah. But while we search for this, let's talk about Halo 5 Guardians because it's a multiplayer beta, and the story there is like all these movement abilities that you are seeing in Destiny and Titanfall and Call of Duty Advanced Warfare this year, totally in Guardians.
Double jumping?
No double jump.
Can you
okay,
can
not
you
double
jump
jump.
sideways?
Dashing-
Move sideways?
Dashing left and right.
Okay.
And forward and back.
The double jump is basically replaced with like you can now climb up
Oh, really?
Um,
Okay.
easier than you could before in Halo.
Clamber.
Clambering.
Right.
Clamber.
Like man
Cellular.
cannons, I get it. And then what else?
Then you've got a ground pound, which if you're in the
Oh,
air,
you're kidding me.
you activate it and you sort of like you hover for a second,
Yeah,
and
like
then
crosshair.
this reticle comes up,
Oh,
and when
really?
it like clicks white, you go and like shoot down and blast them up, which is as opposed to like Call of
Instant.
Duty's is more advanced. Quicker.
Yeah.
You just
Is it an instant
tap
kill?
it and it goes down. If you hit directly, it will kill, but mostly if it's a miss, then it ducks the shields.
Yeah, you can knock off a shield or something like that.
Cool.
But it's tougher. You know, like you're in midair,
Yeah.
floating
You
there.
hover for like a
Like,
good 2 seconds.
And they
2
can shoot
seconds.
you while you're doing.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But then you have to, the guy could change direction. Meanwhile, you're, depending on where you are, you're, taking the long train. So you could completely blow it.
So what else? Levels.
So then you've got
missions?
to sprint. You can sprint at all times,
Okay.
infinitely, but your shield doesn't recharge when you sprint.
Oh, wow.
So if you're
Okay.
in a fight trying to run away, you're going to have to manage, like, do I duck around the corner, try to get a little shield
And
back?
if you stop him, does it start charging again
Yeah,
immediately?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure if there's a delay of, like, I stop, now it's coming, or something like that. But if you're sprinting and you get a head of steam, like, basically if you sprint for more than 2 seconds, now anytime you melee, you do a charge that will
Kinda
duck
tight.
a shield, or if you hit someone from behind, it's an instant kill.
That's a good one.
There's a slide.
Now you can slide now.
Sprint and duck, you slide. And then the hovering aiming.
The hovering aiming is interesting.
Smart
Oh, so
scope.
like Destiny style? Like you could, if you're shooting,
Yeah.
isn't one of the classes you can do like a hover shoot?
Yeah, but I
I
think
think the
Destiny,
Warlock can do
Warlock,
that in
yeah.
Destiny, yeah.
Yeah, but Destiny is. I'm pretty sure you can kind of like travel some distance. And this one, it's more of a just stationary. So if you're, say I'm jumping off like a ledge and I see you across the map, I do get a moment to like get a couple shots off and then drop.
Right. Oh, okay. So it's
But
like
it's all
pretty-
based
and
on
then you're
aiming.
down.
So when I aim, then I hover.
Yeah.
Weird.
If
It's
you aim
almost
down
like a
sights,
slowing down time
if you aim
kind
down
of
sights
thing.
midair, it will like your jump jets engage and you like slowly descend, but you're aim down sights.
Yeah.
So if you're like in pursuit or like trying to get the drop on someone, I think it's good. But if you're like in a direct firefight, it seems like you're just hanging yourself up there.
Right.
You're moving much slower. You're literally just a target hovering in midair. What
What about levels and weapons and stuff like that?
We played 3 levels. One
Was
was
Blood Gulch one of them?
no, one was basically
wish.
like midship, this sort of circular Covenant interior from Halo 2, was that?
Halo 2 was the first one.
There was that. There was Empire, which is sort of like a small industrial
Urban
facility
levels,
type
yeah.
thing. And then there was one that was Forge, which was basically like a paintball map
Okay.
in
Slash
Tron.
Yeah, Tron.
Like
You wanted some arpeggio music going.
There
all
was a
right,
Forge
we're gonna keep
mission,
talking about
right?
this real quick. We've been waiting to get into a match, so we're gonna
Find someone else.
maybe show you guys. Like, do you want to see a cutscene from
Yeah,
Halo
why
2
not?
anniversary? Or
Let's
something
get some
like that?
video
That's a good-
porn. Let's get some blur porn.
We'll get something good looking
in here.
but
Yeah, what's
Rob,
another cool thing about this one is like the HUD looks gorgeous and it's so easy
So
to navigate
slick.
all the different games. They did a really good job
That's the menu.
with the organization of everything.
Yep. So all the missions are unlocked from the beginning, and then you start it up, and like you can resume quick start or go mission by mission.
Sweet.
Once you choose a mission to hop into, what's a good one to start with here?
Yo, do the library.
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 Metropolis, I believe this
Great
is the
movie.
tank one,
I've actually seen that.
Pretty good movie.
which is fun. And
Oh
then,
my
so, yeah,
God.
like choose your difficulty level,
Skulls.
choose your skulls.
Yeah, you
there are
Sweet skulls.
there are a ton of these that
Have they
modify.
added in any new ones?
Oh, I don't know.
That's a good question.
I
You'd
mean,
have to compare. I guess.
Did Halo 2 have skulls? No.
No,
Did it
dude,
not?
So
right?
Was that
these
a
are
free
all
thing?
new? Yeah.
Really?
Those
They
were,
started
that was
picking
3,
that
I'm
up?
pretty sure.
I can't tell.
I mean, I'm pretty positive that's the case. So we're going to start just a mission here in Halo 2 Anniversary, give you guys a look at one of the sort of oorah cutscenes, and then shoot some things in a tank. Mm-hmm. But back to Halo 5 Guardians, Breakout Mode is another new mode they're introducing, and
Foo Fighters?
no, it's basically, I mean, name your game that this has been in before, but it's you have 1 life per round and you don't respawn, and the first team to win 5 rounds wins.
Right.
So that's
It's
coming to
Counter-Strike.
Halo for the first time. I think I
Right.
first played
Real
that in like
time. Real new.
SOCOM or something.
Oh, really?
Well, I didn't play Counter-Strike back in the day too much. But yeah, so it's as intense as that always is, because it comes down to like, oh crap, I'm the last man standing.
Yeah.
Oh god, if you die, you really feel like you're screwing your team over, as opposed to in a team deathmatch, you're like, I just died, it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, everyone, shut up.
And so, unlike in the original Anniversary one,
Blew right through us. 50 cal.
and
That was the one with David Cross.
switch
Oh,
old
What?
cutscene.
Oh man, that looks like hot garbage now.
Yep.
Wait, did
New
it reverse
cutscene.
time
which
there
one
as well?
is which?
So
Do it again, do it again.
Halo
Oh
Anniversary.
my god.
Yeah.
yeah, so
Oh my god. That's,
look at this.
Jesus.
That guy has a face
mental.
now.
He has a face. It's real.
He was a
somebody,
smoothie
kid.
before. Do it again, do it again, do it again. Wow, one of them
Takes a
looks like a
second to,
fucking
like,
robot
get synced.
chicken version of the. It's like a.
This guy's got no eyelashes.
What's wrong with your face?
Switchback.
Cigar looks good though.
Thanks for the tank. He never gives me anything.
Oh, this is
Oh man, that is insane.
Oh, I know what the ladies.
Do it again, do it again, do it again. Oh, it's just at the end. Wow.
Yeah.
Can you play the game then that way as well?
Yep.
Flick back, flick back.
inverted.
He's all inverted.
So in Halo, in CE Anniversary, and also in 2 Anniversary, you just press the box button on the Xbox controller.
Is that what it's called?
Boxes.
Boxes?
Well, it's lines and boxes.
Do the hit the boxes. Hit it.
Ba-ding!
It doesn't look so bad. Look at a skybox. Look at a skybox.
Yeah, so some of them, like, yeah, look up at the sign with the ship in the background. No, don't, like,
Turn to your right. Turn to your right.
Just turn to your right.
Turn to your right.
Oh my god.
That's your.
Shut your face.
Oh, did you invert the horizontal controls too?
On
So, like, there's city back there now.
Yeah.
Look the other direction, towards, like, the actual mission and
There you
the
go.
giant space thing.
Wow.
God, I'm just a big dumb idiot.
Yes.
Look at that.
This does not look as bad as the cutscene.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not. Those cutscenes are, you know, obviously pre-render whatever CGI magic
Can we
from
just have
Blur
a
Studio.
Can we have another look at another cutscene? Can you just get out of this and go to another level and
Sure.
look at another cutscene?
Yeah.
Like as much as the
Just
game.
go to save and quit, and then we'll just pick another
The
one.
monster.
Well, we showed the Gravemind one on the.
Yeah, we've seen that. It's
So cool
on
to
the live
switch,
stream.
though.
Oh really?
It's.
It's
Can you do it again? Can you do it again,
Do you
please?
remember
Yeah,
the Gravemind?
Yeah. So the Gravemind was like the really.
Describe it to me.
Yeah.
Reach into your memory
Yeah.
and describe the Gravemind.
Dig
to
it up
us.
for us.
It's like a. It was supposed to look like a plant.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't really look like a plant. It was like there was too much happening. I think it was like tentacles.
Oh, there were
I want
tentacles.
to say.
We should
Did it
definitely
have a
take a look
face?
at Gravemind.
I don't think it had a face.
So yeah, just missions.
It just looks like a
On
sock.
Halo 2 anniversary missions.
Yeah. It's right. It talked.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look up what the Gravemind looked
No!
like.
Oh, you don't have to, Danny.
Okay.
There's literally a level called the Gravemind, or just Gravemind, and we will choose it, and you will see
Hold on to your butts.
what Gravemind looks like. Yeah. So Halo 2 campaign. You never played it?
No.
It is the one that's split between Master Chief and the Arbiter.
Yes.
Who's an elite. So you got like this other storyline of like the internal conflict in the Covenant between the elites.
I hated
and
the story in Halo so
brutes.
much.
Yeah, I did not really care about the Halo story until 4.
Wasn't 2 the one that was
I didn't
the
like-
multiplayer was it was the dawning of
Xbox Live multiplayer,
but then the
and
single player stuff was kind of like a little bit forgettable. But it got a pass because the multiplayer was so incredible.
I think that's the way some people view it. Some people
Okay.
really like that campaign, and
No, yeah, it didn't strike me as amazing. Playing as Arbiter was like, all right.
you
It's like
can turn
it's like the
invisible
Raiden of
temporarily.
Halo. It's like I want to be Solid Snake.
He's got a sword, man.
I want to be John Halo.
His name is actually John 117.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
All right, so in this scene,
Skip to the crappy stuff.
Skip to the crap.
Yeah,
No,
I want to see the
you'll-
stuff. Show the crappy stuff.
all right,
Oh, okay,
so
fine.
yeah, boxes.
Okay, so here's the real scary
Oh my.
plant. Are you scared?
Let's just look at let's get a real close up of
real
old timey
close.
Gravemind. All right, so you've seen nothing like this before, and now all of a sudden there's like a plant talking at you.
Yeah.
But like, is it flood because it's green? Like, what are all these mouth flaps going
Yeah.
on
Switch.
here? What the hell is happening?
Like, I don't believe it.
I
and
don't
then you
understand.
switch.
And
Oh,
then
sorry.
stop pressing it a million times, Rob. Just once.
What?
Wait, that's
oh,
the
sorry.
Arbiter. That's the Master Chief, and the Gravemind
And hello.
Oh my God.
is this thing.
are
Look
you?
at those teeth.
Oh, that's.
It's got teeth in its teeth. It's Galgamax.
It has so many teeth. It's got teeth on its lips. And like, if you look, like, so it's like they interpreted the layers of mouth as just like different layers of gritty, broken, gnarly ass
Go back
teeth.
again. Go back again.
Okay.
I want to see the garbage version again.
There you go.
Oh my god, it's so garbage.
Switchback. I think it's over after this.
Go back to it.
Go back. Oh man.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Ew,
It's got little teeth flaps inside of its other teeth. So they
looking
they
good.
look so good. And I think this is one of the reasons to like play through Halo 2 Anniversaries to see these
Right.
cutscenes. At least for me, like I was like, all right, I'll get back through this.
Yeah.
But I mean,
So one at the start of each level.
yes, and
Cool.
the
And the end.
And the end. Awesome.
And there's also a new cutscene they put at the beginning that involves Agent Locke from Halo 5 Guardians.
Okay.
Because they also put terminals throughout the campaign. So if you're playing it on the new visuals, which is just a tap of the button, you can find these terminals, which are basically little screens you interact with, and then it takes you to the Halo channel app, and you watch a little video or a...
It's still on your Xbox?
Yes.
Yeah.
It just switches automatically, and then it goes back in, itself. But all that stuff lives on the Halo channel app. And I like how I keep saying app, like it's some sort of weird, dirty word.
Yeah, it is, because app is a weird, dirty word. It's the worst.
On the Xbox.
I've got one question here in the chat. It's from Les Moonvest, apparently.
Yeah.
Can you play with the old graphics in multiplayer?
No, you can't switch.
Can't switch?
Oh, you mean for like Halo 1 or Halo 2? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the original maps in Halo 2, yeah.
No. I mean, like when you're playing, can you hit boxes?
No, you
and
cannot
then skip
switch.
back? Okay.
No.
All right, well, that's a shame.
And you can't switch in co-op either.
Well, that's the one thing they didn't put into this Master Chief Collection, which seems to have a billion things happening in it.
Oh my god, there's so
Seems
many
like
things.
a pretty good deal. In fact, this is going to be really interesting for the Game of the Year discussions because we are having a new category this year, I believe, which is all about remastered or reissues. Is that what we're going with?
Yeah.
So between this and Sleeping Dogs and
GTA 5 coming up
Yes.
for
GTA 5,
next-gen consoles.
and then
Metro.
yeah. So like that's going to be that's
so
going to be a hotly
right now,
contested
guess, is this the new or the old?
one. I think this is the new because of the like the ambient lighting and fogs and stuff.
Yep. The lighting is usually
Yeah.
usually a good way to tell. So Rob, just switch to the old.
Wow.
And so the lighting, is just it's much more flat. I mean, I'm no lightingologist, so my terminology is pretty unprofesh, but like...
That's correct, lightingologist.
It's a lot more basic, obviously, and now it gives us a switch.
Yeah, look at the needler crystals. Like
They
They're
get
so
really
much
jagged.
pointier now.
Yeah, they're nasty.
All those polys.
There's some more guys going to spawn.
Sweet. That'll probably do it for Halo, the Master Chef Collection.
Cool. So we're going to have a review going up later this week once I get a chance to play a bunch of multiplayer.
Cool.
See how that shapes up. And, jamming. Halo 5 Guardians, Rob and I did a lot more in-depth sort of preview about it. So if you're interested in if you're interested in it, you want to see some of it in action, hear a little bit more.
It's up on the site
check
already?
it out. We've got a video up on the site.
Oh, it's there, baby.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Thanks very much, folks. Mark Walton's going to be on in a minute. We're going to play some hot Assassin's Creed Unity. But first, this is like the 5th millionth trailer for Grand Theft Auto 5. It's a new launch trailer.
Hey, Slick, it's me! I'm a Darwinist, brother, all right? Some prosper. Enjoy the picture, everyone! And some struggle.
I thought you said you wasn't gonna hit me.
We had a deal! We had paperwork! My daddy was not nice to me! Life is just one long mystery.
Grand Theft Auto 5. Coming November 18th on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Rated M for mature.
Grand Theft Auto 5 out again. November 18th. That's next Tuesday, I believe, isn't it? Today's the 11th. Oh my god. I'm going to do some sort of elongated live stream for that because that game is rad. Might do 12 hours of first person or something? Something like that? You seen a first person mode yet? Mark Walton from GameSpot UK.
I haven't, but I am excited to
Trailer's
see
pretty dope.
It looks amazing.
You can murder people and pick up prostitutes now from the perspective of someone's eyeballs.
The future is a wonderful place to be.
You can break down one more barrier that it's not you doing the terrible things
right?
in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, but you know what's going to happen is that PC version is going to come out and somebody's going to do Oculus Rift support and...
Poonikins.
And then first-person Poonikins. Hadn't even thought about that.
Yes.
Imagine that non-friction mod in GTA 4. Do you remember that?
Dude.
Imagine that in...
Could you get that chest vibration piece as
Yeah,
well
absolutely.
to complete the immersion?
do the whole thing,
Yep.
so like dudes just popping
the
hot
haptics.
loads onto your... into your...
I'm sorry.
Into your,
I don't know what game you've been playing.
Talking about
we're,
bullets,
we're
right?
not here to talk
Just
about...
talking about
Yeah.
Mark Walton, you're here to talk about Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yeah, Unity.
7 out of 10. Review went up this morning.
It did go up this morning. It's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's good, but not great.
What are your criticisms? It seemed to be The story stuff fell a little flat and
Yeah.
a bit buggy as well.
Yeah, I mean, so the biggest thing for me is the story. Basically, you know, it's set in like revolutionary Paris, which is awesome. Like the backdrop, you know, it's a great setting, right? You think they'd be able to do some amazing stuff with it, right? And there's some cool looking stuff, like you've got the huge crowds and things like that. But the story is just like, I'm this dude and someone gets killed, and you're like, okay. Like his dad gets killed at the beginning. It's the beginning of the game, not a spoiler.
Spoilers.
It's the very beginning of the game. Very beginning. It's the first thing that happens, and you're like, okay. I'm going to be an assassin now, aren't I? Because my dad's died. This is how every Assassin's Creed game starts. And you're like, I don't care anymore.
It's like Chekhov's gun. If you show a video game dad, that dad has to die before the end, right?
Yeah, right. So hopefully I haven't spoiled it, but it does happen in like the first 2 minutes. You know? And yeah, it's just the story is just like this sort of love story, but you don't really feel like the characters are in love at all. And it's just none of that Paris backdrop is used well at all. And like you're saying, bugs.
Yeah, so it's got a bunch of technical errors. I saw like the PC version. Apparently, it's been a bunch of folks having problems with it. You reviewed it on Xbox One, but you still had like frame lockups and stuff.
Yeah, well, it still had issues. I mean, the PC version I haven't played personally, but I have seen some of the footage, and that has been like the buggiest one. Out of all of them, the Xbox One, from what I've seen, has been the smoothest.
Oh, really?
There are still issues. There's like pop-in issues. I know you saw, Mary.
There's severe pop-ins with large crowds, especially. So the more people, the NPCs, when you're swimming through them, they'll just kind of. A hat will come out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's really weird, and there's like bits where like NPCs will just suddenly start walking in midair, and like, you'll do it as well. Like if you go over a jump, there was one point where it was like trying to jump from like a post to another post, and instead of jumping, you just went like that. It's really weird, and I wish I captured it, but it was just it was great.
So it sounds maybe a little bit like Assassin's Creed 1, how it was a little bit rough around the edges, and then by the next one they kind of.
Well, it's new tech, right? I mean, you know, this is a new engine that they've been working on for like 4 years or whatever. And
7 million people have been involved in the development. 12,000 studios.
So that's about right. Yeah, I heard that.
One in every time zone.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts, and it's not ready. Like it needed probably like another 6 months.
Really,
I reckon. But it's one of those things, right? It's like this is the Christmas game.
True. It has to come out now.
It is Ubisoft's Christmas game, right? If they don't get this out along with Far Cry, right, which does look a lot better than this, then you know they're kind of screwed.
And I guess with Watch Dogs, they already ran that sort of gauntlet with.
Didn't they already learn from that as well? I mean, it wasn't ready. There's issues with it that everyone's noticing and talking about now.
But it was delayed by 6 months. Like they did it that time, but they didn't on this one.
Well, I just think they could have afforded to. Right?
Yeah,
like this is the cash cow, right? Assassin's Creed.
900p lock, baby.
Yeah.
Woo. So let's hop on in. Let's see some Paris.
Yeah. So
let's go to the Eiffel Tower.
So this is my dude. As you can see, I have the Master Assassin outfit because when you get to the end,
obviously,
it's cool.
I love how you instantly just ran straight into someone.
Get out the way, bitch!
Double assassination.
And you hit him afterwards.
He's like he's dead, but you got to make sure, you know.
Double tap.
So I mean, let me see if I can show you some of like what Paris looks like. Because it's some of like the best bits, really. Like,
how good does it look? Like, are the crowds really impressive? Are the scale of it?
Let me take you somewhere.
Oh Jesus!
Let me take
There's Ile-de-France.
That's a lot of things.
Let me take you to a place.
You didn't open very many chests at all, did you?
Well, you know, there's a lot of chests to do. Like, the annoying thing is, right, with some of these chests is that some of them are ones you can only unlock by playing in the Assassin's Creed companion app on your iPad.
That sounds like a bunch of hot trash.
App?
Oh, I'm just like, no, and it's awful. It's really bad. It's so boring.
I feel like there's no better time to have a younger sibling, so that you can just play Assassin's Creed. Just give them the app and be like, "We're playing it together. You're helping me out."
Sonic and Tails, your Tails.
Yeah, it's just
we're playing.
It's so annoying.
Whoa.
So this is like the Pantheon. Look at this. Look at all this Paris.
Can you make it zoom out? Do that thing.
That outside Paris looks
you
a
only
little
do
bit
the cinematic.
The first time?
Yeah, the first time.
synchronized.
Yeah.
And I've synchronized all of them. So, where's the jumpy down bit?
Okay, when I was watching stuff before, it looked like they didn't have
Oh god.
big piles of friggin' hay everywhere, but did they have big piles of hay everywhere?
There's one on the roof right there. Lord knows how it got there.
That's the stupidest one I've ever seen.
There's hay everywhere. Like, I mean, so like the architecture in this is cool. Why can't I get down?
You can down parkour a lot in this game.
There we go.
Like that, for instance.
RTB.
Yeah, but it is kind of frustrating that it doesn't always do it when you want it to.
Oh, really? Have you jumped to your death much at all?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I've jumped to my death several times because it's decided that I needed to jump to my death.
Yeah, well, that's
clearly I wanted to just jump to that other post.
You can also jump right into the sight of people you were trying to be sneaky and avoid without wanting to do that.
Yeah.
And you can jump around windows like 3 times before you actually jump through the window that you wanted to jump through. It can be irritating on time missions.
Speaking of the missions, how are they? One of the criticisms of
the missions are quite cool, right? So you can, instead of, I need to kill this dude, die.
He's got a great hat.
There we go.
Murderous hat.
Finish him. So yeah, so the key difference with the missions this time is that you're not limited to like a set of options. Like you have to go in and like poison someone's drink, or you have to like go in like a certain entrance or whatever.
Yeah.
You can just, it's like a sandbox. It's like Hitman.
Be like, okay.
I guess would be the sort of closest example to it. So you can just sort of choose what you want to do, and it's quite. I like that. It's one of the best things about the game is like the freedom that you have.
Is there much variety then in terms of that stuff? Is there much variety like in the levels, or is it always poison or stab them when they go to the bathroom?
Well, that's what I mean. Like you basically when they're on the John.
Yeah.
So they sort of, you get the options at the beginning. What happens is Arno does his thing, like he scans the area and then he goes, okay, here are some options that you might want to try, like poisoning this dude. And then you can go, no, screw that. I'm just going to go and like kill everyone in this huge massacre.
Can you just like throw a grenade at the dude?
Yeah, you have like these little bombs actually.
Yeah.
So you can just sort of go in there, like throw a couple of these bombs around and just like slaughter everyone. They'd be like, sweet assassination, bro. Everyone saw you and it was awesome.
Are they just going to execute those dudes in the middle of the street?
Yeah, these are like...
This is France.
These are these are Uber
sorry.
jumps. Oh, God.
That was a lot.
I've miscalculated.
I've made a huge mistake.
Do you ever hear the people singing the songs of angry men?
Unfortunately not. There's not a lot of singing. You know, despite what Les Miserables would have you believe, revolutionary France was not a happy place.
Actually, the revolution that what Les Mis was set in came later in the 18th century.
Oh, really?
So, you know, there was a period of time where the whole populace of France learned to sing very well, and then the citizens had another uprising, this time with incredible soundtrack.
Nerd.
A lot of people like Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Is there any stuff in that game that you kind of missed? Did they replace, like, for instance, they got that ship combat down really well. Like, that was a really cool addition to the series. Is there any, like, extra new stuff in here? Because they've been real hit and miss. Like, that tower defense nonsense they had in Assassin's Creed, was it 3? Was just...
Yeah, that was nuts.
Awful.
To be honest, there's none of that. It's quite stripped back
Really?
in the way it works. It wants you to just get on with stealth, basically. And, you know, that's nice, and the combat in this is really good. Like, I've just been playing Rogue, right?
Yeah.
It feels, like, very old, having played this. It's just a shame that there's so much of it that just doesn't quite work in the way it should. And so it just feels like a missed opportunity, really. Like, after 4 years, you're just like, come on, guys. Like, just give it a chance. If it's not ready, it's not ready. You're going to take a hit, but...
They did add some cool stuff, like the part where you can see where they last saw you, makes a little...
Oh yeah, the
silhouette of
continuing
you.
Ubisoft.
Yeah.
We put mechanics that work in one game into every game. They've straight up put the Splinter Cell.
That's,
thing
So,
in
like,
It looks nice and it's helpful.
I'm just looking forward to when they bring elephants into Assassin's Creed.
Oh, did you just snap that guy's neck like with your wrist?
Right. Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
So, like, this
That was like some
Pencil
Dolph
strike.
Lundgren nonsense.
Oh, God.
Do the splits.
Can you do the splits?
So this guy's chasing me out. There you go. There's the silhouette. Like,
Okay.
That's the last place you saw me.
It looked like you just dropped the ghost.
Yeah. Dropped a juice. So he's like going to be like looking
50 Creed points! That's amazing. How many Creed points do I have to accumulate to get their latest album? To get tickets to their...
to their latest show.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You have to hack that by doing microtransactions.
What
the companion app.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate this future we live in.
No, like one of the cool things is like the customization, and this is quite cool. Let me see if I can. There it is. Like the gear loadout, you can Like, this is like the master outfit, but if you were to pick like one of the regular outfits, you can sort of buy all these different hoods and stuff, and they all have different effects. Like that one gives you like way more health and better stealth.
What's hack upgrade about?
So you can log in and buy certain things
With real world money?
Yes, you can. Yeah, it won't work on this version, but you can go in and it contacts the Ubisoft servers. And
no.
Yeah, but it's not. You
You think I didn't say? You just think I said the M word just casually?
Oh my
Danny?
God! I thought you were joking.
Microtransactions.
But you don't need to do that. It's not.
I know. Is that for single player only, or is that? No, because your RNO looks like your RNO in co-op, right?
It works across them.
Yeah.
But to be honest, you don't. It's completely pointless. You don't need to do it. Like unless you're totally desperate or you just like suck.
Just
at
have
this game.
so.
Oh, but you know that people do it
disposable
because
income.
they wouldn't put it in the video game otherwise. There must be like
you just shoot this guy in the
0.001% of people that do it.
Yeah.
Use your left bumper. Shoot him in the dome.
I don't want to shoot this guy. That's one of the things I hate about Assassin's Creed games is shooting. I feel like, you know when you're like, these guys have no honor. Like, I'm killing you with a goddamn sword. Don't shoot me in the face, okay?
Don't bring a sword to a gunfight.
Yeah, but they just, no
You have a lot of honor, but you're dead.
There's no honor, only
Wait, you're in
people
Luxembourg
who are
now?
alive.
Yeah, right.
Obsessive Gamer asks, do you manage assassins like in Brotherhood? Please no.
No.
That stuff's not in here?
There's none of that.
Wow.
There's like none of that stuff. Let me see if I can find like a cool mission we can do, like an assassination.
Question, Mark, for you, a person who has been to actual Paris. Ooh. Have you seen, come across sites in the game that you've recognized and been like, oh, yep, that's what it looked like?
It looks like a one-to-one,
It
kind of.
is one-to-one. They claim it's one-to-one anyway. No, because this is a very old version of Paris.
Yeah, but like, is like the Latin Quarter south of Ile de Paris.
See,
and all
I haven't
that stuff.
explored Paris as much as all that.
Okay.
Like I remember stuff like the Eiffel Tower and the Arc de Triomphe and stuff like that. And oddly enough, in this game, you do get to see like the Eiffel Tower when it goes into one of those weird like flashback
time travel,
like time travel shard
Oh,
things.
of course, yeah.
Yeah, it's got those in. Like,
so there's like a World War II
you're
bit?
in World War II. Like I know that Ubisoft have when they ask people about the time settings that people want Assassin's Creed to be in, one of the most common is World War II.
Wow.
And it
That's
but
kinda
it
cool.
wouldn't work, right? It's just silly. But
Oh, they just change it into Medal of Honor.
Just force it.
They just make it like the Saboteur, like a real
No.
stealthy.
Is that
No,
what
wait,
they were
not
doing?
Saboteur. I'm thinking of Velvet Assassin, not Saboteur.
Oh yeah, Saboteur is the other.
It's like the Far Cry
so
version.
wrong.
Velvet Assassin. Sounds like prison lingo.
There's
It
one
does.
with the Statue of Liberty in it as well.
Yes.
Which?
So that happens as well, yeah.
In
So,
this-
Wow.
Yeah.
Before they shipped it over. Wow.
Yeah,
that's
it's
the
pretty
idea.
cool.
So it's cool, yeah. You have to climb to the top of the Statue of Liberty and, try and sort of...
So like where the Eiffel Tower would
you
be.
gotta go to the old parts of Paris, man, because I totally saw some stuff that I recognized.
I mean,
Show me the map.
other than like Notre Dame.
Is there like a? How do you do the map? This one. All right.
There's a map. Yeah.
But yeah, so there's like
So where the
Ile de la
Louvre,
Cité, the center island.
I mean, the map's huge, right?
Eiffel Tower was. So this is the Louvre, and this is the.
Yeah, so it'd
What's
be,
that garden called again?
It'd be just across the river to the southwest.
Yeah.
That guy.
Like actually,
Arc de Triomphe will be up here,
well, no,
right?
because that big building down there, where the like to the left of the blue thing. See
Over
the
here?
blue? Yeah.
Yeah,
to go further left. What's that big building? That's like the
Oh.
because that's a museum now. That you can. That's like the
Yes.
Armory Museum. So if you
Yes,
go further to the left, that's where the
Eiffel Tower is?
Like further to the left
So
of.
is this the Louvre here then?
I can't remember.
Yes.
Oh, there you
So
go.
then that would be the Arc de Triomphe would have been up here,
Yeah, it
but I
would have
guess
been
it
around
just
there.
doesn't go up far enough.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, the city is huge, though.
Yeah.
Like,
There's no Montmartre or anything, or Pigalle or anything like that, is there?
No more what, sorry?
Montmartre, like up in the north. You can't get up that far.
No, the only other thing you can do is travel to Versailles.
Oh, really?
Which is like a smaller map. It's mostly for like the Paris of Versailles, which is part of the storyline.
Yeah, because that's pretty far outside of
Yeah.
Paris. A good like.
You can do that
8
if you
miles
want.
or something.
But this is like a mission, like it's open ended. Like I say, it's given. So like you've got these like things there. But I have to assassinate a dude. I am terrible at this. That should have been way stealthier.
Well, we don't have the sound up here as well,
That
which
should have been
which
way
helps.
stealthier.
Now you just got like a bunch of guys aiming guns at your dome.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a cover system. So you can sort of like crouch all the time now, just like left trigger, which is incredibly handy. And
If
then
you keep doing that, they'll forget that you're there in about 20 seconds.
yeah, exactly.
Is it not totally weird that all of the people in Paris speak with British accents?
Yes. Yeah, I hate it. It is stupid.
So
Why?
from your time in France, people didn't speak in British accents.
Didn't speak English in the Queen's English.
It's so preposterous because they hate those accents too. It's like such a part of French. It's like the mannerisms, the way they speak and everything. So it must be so jarring to all these Cockney ass Parisians.
It's not just Cockneys, right? There's like toffs. You've got like your posh guys. There's like Cockneys. There's guys from the West Country. That sound
really?
like farmers. Yeah.
Is there like Liverpudlian accents?
Not Liverpudlian, but like
Scottish.
I'm trying to think about Scottish. I don't think so. But it's like the vast majority of like accents are like represented, and you're just like, why? Why is this a thing? Considering like, and I'm just playing Rogue, right?
Yeah.
There's a French guy in that. He's got a goddamn French accent, right? That's how it should be. Like, I don't understand like what the concern was with like having that. So, yeah, why can't I assassinate that guy?
Skrillback says I turned the dialogue to French because the British accents were so weird.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you can change it, but the default is like British, obviously.
That's great, and stick on subtitles or
You
something.
jump up on that ledge and
Do
Yeah,
Evil Vision.
jump assass them.
I remember Vinny, when he played Assassin's Creed, I guess Brotherhood or something, would put on the Italian voice work and then the subtitles. Like, that's actually
which is
cool.
quite cool, and it's neat you can do that. The default ones just infuriate me. I was just like, I don't understand. But there you go. There's some like reason for it as well. They were saying like, oh, you're a British dude in the Animus, so it translates all the people into. But it didn't do that in Assassin's Creed 2, did it?
How much
No.
Animus nonsense is in this?
None.
Really?
Well, there's like a tiny weeny bit at the beginning, and you're like, oh, you're in the Helix thing. Like,
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. And then pretty much after that, you get one or two little cutscenes. Oddly enough, is the polar opposite in Rogue. Rogue is all about Abstergo.
Oh, really?
You have to walk around in Abstergo.
Oh, God.
Like,
A la Black Flag.
Yeah.
Oh, is it first-person stuff again?
Yeah, it's
Right.
first-person stuff. Like, you walk around trying to find crap in there, and you're like, okay. So it's...
Loot him. Rob his butt corpse.
He's not
He's
dead.
not dead
Loot
yet.
him.
We'll make sure
His
of
butt
that.
corpse.
Oh,
dead
what?
now.
Oh!
God, the
You just
deaths are
looted
really...
his internal organs.
Oh, man.
The deaths are really
Yeah,
nasty.
take a playing
They
card.
always have
They
been.
are really vile. There's the one where you poke a hole in the middle of their throat with your sword. It's
Sit around,
stealth.
sit around.
You just kind of go up to them and put a little hole in their throat, and then they die silently. Do
That
it.
guy's already covered in blood.
Throat hole.
Bro!
I thought you were going to stab him in the junk.
That'll kill a man.
Will it?
He'll have smoothies.
I mean, it would suck.
Is that the guy you're supposed to murder?
No, but he's dead now.
It looks like you just smacked him in the ear.
Yeah.
See, you got the hidden blade.
I feel like the hidden blade things are a lot more casual this time around. You just like tap them on the shoulder, like, all right, good on you, and then they're like, oh.
It's one of the best things though, just like walking around the streets and you're like, just cash, you're like, oh, hey, how's it going? See you later. All right, bye. Dead now.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Snuffed out your life. I'm a casual murderer.
I'm the casual murdering guy.
SY Shire
You can't
in the
see me.
GameSpot chat asks, is the customer feedback stuff from Black Flag in here? So at the end of each mission, does it ask you to rate the missions at any stage?
No, there's like a
You
sort
can do it.
Well, there's a sort of thing at the beginning, like that sort of alludes to that, but no, you don't have to.
You don't have to, but like the missions do. Like I played a little bit this morning, and it's like you get the complete. Like this mission was complete, and you can like replay,
and it's
continue
rate
or
one of them
rate.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you can do all.
What is this?
How soon
That's
are
the
we from like
lockpick
having
maneuver,
games
it's
have you
shit.
like give the game a
That
5-star
is Splinter
review
Cell.
at the end, and then they
Or
just
Evil
add them all
Within.
up, and then
Or
we're all
golf.
out of jobs. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh no!
You know-
Signals that well,
Video
they're
games.
well.
thing where you go in the
I
middle?
guess the guys are preparing for another stream that's happening after this. So
Sounds
just
like we're
pulling
getting
shit
kicked
out.
out.
Sure,
That's fine.
okay.
That's
Sure,
fine.
let's just finish the show.
It's fine. We weren't enjoying
Sure.
playing Assassin's Creed
You
Unity.
chose.
We don't care about France.
Poorly.
We've reached our limit on France.
That's
France
it.
God
can,
damn it.
France can do one.
When's the Rogue?
As soon as I
Review.
get it done. Like,
doing that?
I am. I've been playing it today.
You're doing that? You're doing the Grand Theft Auto 5 one as well?
5, yeah. It's busy times, man.
Yeah, video games are out.
Video
They
games. Yeah.
Big
All
time
right.
video games.
Let's go play and review some more video games then.
We're gonna actually play Assassin's Creed co-op in a little bit.
Yep.
At 4 p.m., which is an amount of time from now.
30
half
minutes?
an hour.
Half an hour. We're gonna be playing 4-player co-op.
Online.
Me, Kish, Ty, Rob.
Sweet.
We're gonna have some shenanigans.
Cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, so stick around for that one. But we're out of here on the lobby. Thanks to everyone for watching. Thanks to Brad Muir for coming along. Thanks to everyone in production. Josh, Dan, Tay, all those sweet folks.
Not Tay.
Not Tay. Yeah, thanks. Well, I was going to say thanks to Tay, but then he just ruined the fucking everything. Video games.
Shut it down.